Dear listeners, by popular request, we are doing the first ever annual Shonen Flop Awards, aka the Floppies.
Floppies! Woo! Yeah!
I'm joined by my always terrific co-host. Can't make a show without him. Jordan, it's been a hell of a ride. We've read a lot of manga, a lot of good manga, a lot of bad manga.
That's right, David. We sure did. It's been a hell of a year. This second year of Shonen Flop has shaped up to be a real barnstormer, I tell ya.
Oh, that sounds like one of those metal bands. You're like, oh, it's a death metal band, and their main bassist dresses like a cow, and they just fucking he plays the cowbell really aggressively.
There is a cow-themed death metal band.
I've also ran into a lot of people that think that male cows is a thing, including my girlfriend.
That's one of those things that, like, I thought as a kid, and then one day I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. It did lead to that famous joke from the Power Rangers movie where one of the main characters is implied to have jerked off a bull.
Anyway,
Yeah,
the awards.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to give a big thank you to everyone who submitted their awards and also people who submitted their categories. We had like 25 different category ideas and we ultimately got it down to 18. And I also want to give just a big shout out to Generic Man, T Wolfwood, Jamie VOOJJ, T Root, and Marty for actually submitting their suggestions for who they thought should be nominated and win these awards. It was a lot of fun and they really actually helped us influence. There's definitely at least 2 or 3 nominations that really I didn't consider, and I actually changed what series I nominated for the awards based on your guys' ideas.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. It really did help us a ton of actually just thinking about shows. And for the context, every series that came out in 2021 and also Barrage, just because it's a little offset by a year. So essentially it is from Barrage all the way up to Nero Way of the Martial Artist were all for consideration of the series. So we have got a lot of really awesome series that are on the line. And the way that we're going to be doing this is that Jordan and I have both nominated 3 series, one of which we think is really the strongest contender. And then Jordan and I are ultimately going to discuss between the contenders who we think is the overall winner for the award.
That's the way that will facilitate the best content for you listeners, for you who is in chat right now, for you, T Wolfwood, this is for you.
Oh, T Wolfwood, what a guy. But yep, and then we will, of course, also just post a Google Sheet with our winners and nominations so if you want to see everything in glory. And of course, though, even though we've already done our awards, feel free actually to use the link in the bottom to get the template and fill it out yourself and just see how do you think our nomination stacked up to what you personally thought. And let us know in the comments or in the Discord if you think, hey, really shitty nomination. Hey, I really wish you had done this award.
And then we can laugh at your bad opinions, too.
Yes, we certainly had some people with some very hot takes.
We're not going to get into it too much, but I think some people just might have misinterpreted the whole point of the question.
So anyway, let's start it off with a Shonen Flop specialty. Our first award of the night is Best Dad.
Oh, man. Can we edit in like a drum roll?
You're editing it, so you can do whatever you want, my guy. So let's find out what the nominees were.
Best Dad.
All right, so I nominated Build King, Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin, and Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin for both dads of Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin.
Yeah, I saw somebody did that on the fan submissions, and I was like, shit, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, like I said, it really helps a lot that people submitted suggestions for considerations.
My 3 are kinda interesting, I guess, if I do say so myself. So the first one is Orpheus, Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin. You really can't top Orpheus. It's such a good dad.
It's really hard to top him because he's got that fin.
Damn. Well, if you're skilled enough, it's okay. My next nominee is actually, this is a strange one, I think, the Vampire King from Build King.
That's who I nominated. I was like, man, first nomination of the night, Build King, for a positive award.
You gotta give it all the W's it can get, because just like you, David, it gets a lot of L's.
Yeah, you know what? There's no W in Build King, but there sure is an L.
Oh, yes.
That would have been a really good 6-word summary.
You know what? Save it for year, 50, whatever, when we redo Build King.
Yeah.
So my third nomination is the grandpa from Neru Way of the Martial Artist.
Who was in the series for 4 pages.
Yeah, he was in the series for 4 pages, but oh man, what a 4 pages they were. This man with no eyes.
Yeah.
Who saved Akebi randomly in the woods and then gave her a poem, and then told her a poem about the Buddha.
Yeah, it's fair. So, Jordan, though, who is your ultimate choice out of the 3?
Gotta be Orpheus, man.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the first ever winner of a Floppy Award goes to Orpheus from Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin for Best Dad of 2021.
This is Orpheus's first Floppy.
Oh, this is a lot of fun. All right, ready to go to the second award?
Let's go to number 2.
So, as we know, the word shonen means boy, which doesn't mean girl, as we get into the award for Worst Female Depiction in a Shonen Flop manga.
Worst Female Depiction?
My nominations are Godspeed,
Yeah.
Narrow Way of the Martial Artist, and I think my formula screwed up because I nominated it twice, so let me fix that.
Oh, so you didn't intend to just write Narrow Way of the Martial Artist twice?
Maybe. Oh, man. Jordan, close your eyes real quick. I gotta...
I'm closing my eyes.
And you don't want to miss a thing. Sorry, and Tokyo Shinobi Squad.
Okay, yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's very fair. Yeah.
Okay. Jordan's like, you know what? Fuck it. Tokyo Shinobi Squad wins that one. Fuck my nominees.
I don't know about that. We'll have to talk about it. But,
all right, so what are your nominees for Worst Female Depiction?
So mine are Phantom Seer, Teenage Renaissance David, and Neru Way of the Martial Artist.
I appreciate that we both knew Neru was very sexist. Neru made the women incompetent, but I want to give it to Godspeed because that series by far had the worst physical objectification of the women in the series.
I thought about Godspeed. I didn't include it because it does also like try and give like some of the women like some level of empowerment and agency. I guess it's not like it's not sexist, but like just like the way that in Phantom Seer every single time that girl is on screen, you just see her ass presented like super hardcore to the camera.
That's fair. Do you want to give any points, though, for the sister mommy? For having a strong female character in it?
I don't know. At the end of the day, I think I did go with Neru.
You know what? I'll give it Neru because I nominated it as well.
Yeah.
Our first ever winner for Worst Female Depiction is last minute nominee Neru Way of the Martial Artist.
What an upset! Oh my god! I thought that Tokyo Shinobi Squad had it in the bag, but then Neru showed up!
Sadly, it's not most racist depiction.
Oh no, I mean...
When we didn't even have the awards, but it already would have gone to Robot Laser Beam for most racist manga we covered in 2020.
God, actually, I was talking about Hassan.
Oh, Hassan, man, fucking based.
Oh god, you're still using that word. No, I was talking about to Hassan, like about how just obviously racist that moment in RXL is. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Why don't we turn things to a positive note as we get into Best Art?
Best Art.
I was worried that you weren't going to say it. So, my nominees were Hunter's Guild Red Hood, Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin, and Double Taisei.
We have the exact same...
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin, Hunter's Guild Red Hood, and Double Taisei.
Double Taisei, it's like weird. It doesn't stand out to you, but then you look, you're like, wow, everything about that series is actually quite competently drawn.
Yeah, and then there are moments where the art really does shine when he does because he does this really smart thing where he draws like everything that's metaphorically going on.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, well, even though it's technically a shogi game, he's able to draw these characters have like Dragon Ball Z level fights. Who's your number one here?
It's really hard. I want to go between Hunter's Guild Red Hood and Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin because I think Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin kind of has that competency of Double Taisei but has more wow moments, while Hunter's Guild just has like a really beautiful style that obviously you don't see anywhere else in Shonen Jump. So you know what? I'm going to give it to Hunter's Guild because it was really beautiful art in such a unique way, while Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin is just really polished but still kind of contemporary in style.
I understand where you're coming from because I do really love how the artist in Hunter's Guild just draws
thick women.
Yes. Like, he really gets, like, they have just this sense of solidity to them that, like, you find in really good classical drawings, like Da Vinci stuff. But the thing about Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin is that everything is done extremely well, and it's much more subtle. But there are just, like, these moments that are gorgeous. But even when those moments are not happening, everything is still looking really good, really nice. It's still looking really good. The artist is able to show a level of restraint that really helps it out. Whereas Hunter's Guild, I feel like sometimes, like when there's a lack of something going on in Hunter's Guild, I feel like the artist just wasn't thinking about that section.
Yeah, I think that's true, and I talked about that too. I also think that the art from Hunter's Guild also negatively affects some elements of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what, fuck it. We had the same nomination list, but I think you make a good argument. So we'll give it to Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin, the second win of the series, and I feel this is going to not be a stranger to winning awards tonight.
Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin, sweeping the Floppies. This is Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin's second floppy.
Okay, next up, Jordan, this is really fun. I'm really glad we did this.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Next up is, of course, to go with the best, we have to have worst. So we are nominating for worst art.
Worst art.
I'm actually surprised we had a different list. We only had one series in common. So I nominated Bokusan, Build King, and Be Ichi. So Jordan, what are your nominations for worst art?
Build King, Monster Tamer Girls, and Godspeed.
Bokusan really had some pretty atrocious art, and I'm really surprised he didn't nominate.
Yeah.
And same with Bichi, where Bichi had that like mid-tier, like 16-year-old drawing deviant art style.
Yeah.
That was kind of like a series I would have forgotten about, but I was reading through, I was like, oh, that's right. Bichi actually had some pretty shit art.
It did. The thing about Beachy, though, is that the art got better as you went on. Like, each chapter you had, like, a month in between, whereas normally you have, like, a couple weeks. And the author was, like, you know, obviously going from being in his early 20s to his mid-20s. All of a sudden, like, at some point, it stops being, like, disgusting to look at.
That's fair.
Whereas Bokusan, I enjoyed how some of the monsters were drawn.
Mm-hmm.
Build King just looks like shit.
Yeah, do we just want to give it to Build King?
Yeah.
And I say Monster Tamer Girls because it's just the blandest fucking art ever made. It has a vagina monster.
Yeah, Monster Tamer Girls is bland, and Godspeed, I mean, the artist just could draw some things and then really could... Oh yeah, that artist could not draw fat people at all!
Oh, God. So, we are going to give it to Build King, aka the series that literally looks like if an American was drawing an anime parody.
Even though it is... not made by an American. It is made by one of the most experienced mangaka there are.
Yeah. Okay. So, though, speaking of mangaka with a lot of experience, let's get back to positive and talk about what mangaka do we think is going to have the most potential for getting a hit based on the series we covered.
Mangaka with the most potential for a hit in their next series. This one's a bit of a mouthful.
You should take that one again.
I was messing up on purpose.
Oh, okay. We likewise have very similar lists. I did Double Taisei, Iron Knight, and the Hunter's Guild Red Hood.
And I had Candy Flurry, Double Taisei, and Hunter's Guild Red Hood.
What was it that made you decide Candy Flurry over Iron Knight if that was what you were debating?
First of all, I just genuinely enjoyed Candy Flurry a lot more than Iron Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I just straight up didn't see Candy Flurry as a flop. I thought that guy really understood how to make an enjoyable comic. I feel like the Iron Knight guy doesn't fully get it yet. He's got potential, but I don't think he's there yet.
Yeah, I just feel like Iron Knight is like one good editor away from making a great series. And then Double Taisei is just a fucking really fun series. The guy can draw.
Double Taisei is just like a good series, so...
Yeah.
You know?
And then Hunter's Guild Red Hood, like, that series should have been a hit if you hadn't fumbled so badly in the first few chapters.
Yeah.
I want to give it to Double Taisei. The guy can write and he can draw, and I really think there's nothing besides the fact that he just picked a really dumb base topic stopping him from making just a really fun, goofy series next time.
It's a shame because honestly, I don't even know if I would say that. I just feel like this is a case where I say, screw you, Shonen Jump readership. Screw you, myself included, for not reading Double Taisei.
Yeah.
Because I think he did a fucking great job with that premise.
I really, really am upset they didn't get to go to space. Because if the series had gone on for 5 years, they would have played Shogi in space.
I am also surprised that they didn't go to space. I'm like genuinely surprised. Like until you said that, in my head, I was like, yeah, they went to space somewhere in that series, right?
Remember we were talking about like Double Taisei. We could have like 20 minutes just talking about weird situations where they could have played, and it just shows how awesome the potential that this author series is.
Double Taisei rules. It is the definition of what this show is for.
Yeah.
Where we're looking for series where we read it and we're like, what the fuck? Why was this canceled?
So, are you cool giving Double Taisei the win?
The more we're talking about it, yeah, Double Taisei fucking earns it.
This is Double Taisei's first floppy.
So, next up is Most Improved. And by that, we mean what series had the biggest quality improvement overall of the series versus the first chapter?
So, like, we read chapter 1, we're like, yeah, not really feeling this, and then it just jumps up.
Yeah, this might be one of the hardest ones, because, looking at these nominations.
Yeah.
So again, we have a lot of overlap with, I had Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin, Moriking, and Double Taisei.
I had Double Taisei, I Tell C, and Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin.
All right, well, I know why I didn't put I Tell C on it.
I mean, yeah, I was not expecting you to put I Tell C there. Honestly, I'm just gonna say give it to Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin.
That first chapter was a fucking mess.
That first chapter, at the end of it, I was like, well, there were good things I liked about that chapter, but is this just gonna be like a series talking about how, cops are great and screw the people who try and record them or something?
Yeah.
Like, it was a total fucking mess, but man, it recovered, but it wasn't enough, apparently.
Yeah. So, the award goes for Most Improved to Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin.
Oh my god, it's another one for Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin!
It's its third win of the night.
This is Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin's third floppy.
Fuck, man, that's great. All right. So, in contrast, though, we have Most Wasted Potential, where the largest decline of quality versus our expectations based on the first chapter versus how the series ended up.
It's kind of like the opposite. You know?
It literally is the opposite.
It's literally, the opposite.
So I had Hellward and Higuma, Teenage Renaissance David, and Iron Knight.
I had Teenage Renaissance David, Hunter's Guild Red Hood, and Monster Tamer Girls.
If you gave me 10 nominees, I probably wouldn't have put Monster Tamer Girls on that list.
I know.
So tell me about it.
I was really excited to see this author, something very different from what I usually read, which is like the idea of just like this nice little story of girls taking care of a giant kaiju. And, I was like, it's going to be a nice little slice of life series, and like, it's going to be funny, and we're going to like meet their friends. It's just going to be like a nice kind of time. And no, it's not like it wasn't a nice time. It was just really boring.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have Iron Knight, which I thought would be like, like the go-to when you think of a series that just completely fucked up after the first chapter.
Well, I knew for a fact that you were going to do Iron Knight. But also, I don't know, the first chapter of Iron Knight, I definitely liked it. I don't think it blew me away as much as it blew you away.
Yeah, but it's just such a cool idea, because like there's not really any post-apocalyptic shonen. It had like this series, like it thought it was going to be Berserk for kids, which sounded really fucking cool.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. And like I saw that too, but also like the way the author was writing it was not really like selling me on the future of the series. Like there were a couple really good moments in that first chapter, but like you remember how it started with like that really weird sketchy art style.
Yeah.
And we didn't know if he was into his sister or something.
Yeah, you're right. There was that weird incest thing where we didn't really know if they were biologically related.
Like, the first half of that issue was not very good, and then it got way better.
So you could have said Most Improved across this first chapter.
Yeah.
So honorary mention to Iron Knight for Most Improvement from page 1 to the last page of its first chapter.
Yeah, then stops.
And then I just remember Hellward and Higuma being just like a fun series of that yokai, like, living their life and just like fun applications of powers, and then it just kind of gave up on all of that.
If Hellward and Higuma is not in my most forgettable series section, it's because I forgot about it.
No spoilers, bro.
But we do have to talk about the one that we really have in common, which is Teenage Renaissance David.
Yeah, where that first chapter was hilarious, and then he found out that's really all the material he had.
I was really looking forward to it just being better and not as pervy and less piss. And
Mannequin Piss, fucking, I love Mannequin Piss.
yeah, Mannequin Piss, very good.
But yeah, do you want to give it to our overlap of Teenage Renaissance David?
Yeah, let's give it to Teen Renaissance David, yeah.
Okay.
Teenage Renaissance David. This is their first floppy of the night. Thank you so much.
All right, so next up, while the night is not over yet, we are going to be talking about endings. Ooh, that was a good transition. And we are talking about craziest ending, where, as you guys know, most series have to wrap everything up in 3 chapters, and sometimes it is just a wacky time. Let us say, though, that the Eternus winner of this category, no one will probably ever top it, will, of course, be Stealth Symphony, but people will try.
Stealth Symphony's ending is just so fucking wild. Like, they literally, oh my god, the main character turns out to be like the bad guy, and then they all go to real life Japan.
And you forgot the main character dies.
It completely rewrote everything you saw up until that point. It was amazing.
Yep.
I mean, look, one of our nominees tried real fucking hard to top it.
And I have a feeling about what that is.
Oh, yeah.
So why don't I get into mine, where I nominated the Hunters Guild Red Hood, Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin, and Double Taisei. And I will say, I think I have 2 very strong contenders for craziest ending. But how about you, Jordan?
Mine was Hunters Guild Red Hood, Double Taisei, and Neru.
Oh, fuck it. Nero's ending was just really shitty.
His mom showed up and revealed that he was the son of a tech billionaire.
That's fair.
What the fuck?
That should have been the ending to Neolation.
Like, all of a sudden, everything just stops. It's like everyone was just playing make pretend, and then his mom literally showed up and was like, "Okay, guys, stop. Look, we got to talk about real shit right now." It was just like, what is happening?
That is fair. It's hard between Hunter's Guild Red Hood and Double Taisei, personally.
Look, Double Taisei's is fucking great.
It ends with them going to prison.
It ends with them going to jail after, like, completely revolutionizing the entire fucking world. Shogi, it's so good. It's almost too perfect, you know?
All right, yeah, we'll give it to Red Hood. It's fine.
We both know, yeah.
This man is probably never making another manga in Shonen Jump again because he fucking hated his editor so much.
He used the ending of his manga to just burn the bridge with his editor. It kicks ass. Dude,
It does.
He just made it. He was just like, yeah, guys, so there's these dumbass people named editors who just decide, yeah, I don't want you to make your comic the way that you want to make it. Oh, you notice that, like, your character sucks now, Red? Yeah, how about that? Like, just amazing. He even shoehorns in 2 girls kissing and then explicitly has the character say, I did this because I knew you would hate it. What an incredible ending.
Yes, it is so fun when series have just incredible parts, regardless of their quality, which takes us to Sora of the Year, aka the best part of a bad comic.
Sora of the Year.
Oh, Jordan, you forgot to say this is the first win for Hunter's Guild Red Hood.
Is this the first win for Hunter's Guild? Wow.
Yeah. So my nominations for Sora of the Year go to Build King with the Vampire Dad, Naru Wade, the martial artist, when the dude actually was trying to draw panels, like the skeleton, and Ozu with its first nomination because the character designs were actually pretty great.
Look, the guy's good at one thing.
Drawing hands.
He's good at 2 things, you're right. My nominees were the horror moments in Our Blood Oath. There's like 2 of them, but they're just like so effective.
Oh, that would have been a good contender, actually, for best first chapter and then decrease for most wasted potential, actually.
Yeah. Oh, wow. My second one is the Vampire King from Build King. It's so funny that Build King is getting the good awards.
Don't worry, we have more bad awards coming up. And it's literally, this award, you only can be nominated for this award for having a good part. Like, Orpheus can't win this award despite being a great character because he is in a good manga.
Yeah. But I think my choice is the old man chapter for Monster Tamer Girls, where just for one chapter, there's like this little short story about an old man meeting like a monster that represents his son and dealing with the guilt that he may have caused the death of his son. And it's just like this really sweet and like surprisingly deep story in the middle of a very boring manga. It's connected to nothing.
You know what? I think that's fair. I'm happy to give it to that.
Yeah. Fuck you, Bill King.
Monster Tamer Girls getting its first win of the night.
This is the first win for Monster Tamer Girls.
Oh my god, do you ever think Monster Tamer... Then they go up to the stage and like, oh my god, I never thought that I would win here. And then the band plays them off.
Yeah, and then the vagina monster shows up and they have to like censor it on broadcast television.
Oh no. The tentacle monster is who accepts the award.
Oh, God. All right. So I want to forget that vagina monster, much like how we are now going into, as Jordan hinted, most forgettable series with my nominations, Barrage, Monster Tamer Girls, and Neolation.
David, come on. I got to do the voice now.
Oh, sorry.
Most forgettable series.
When you edit, I feel like you'll fix all the inconsistent audio and just redub it all.
Yeah, whatever. So we already got your nominations, Barrage, Monster Tamer Girls, and Neolation. Mine are Hellward and Higuma, Godspeed, and Neolation. I don't even know how I can forget Godspeed as much as I do. But
right? Because that series had some tickle bitties.
That series had some crazy shit in it, but I completely forget about Godspeed.
If you said write down and name every series we have included in Shonen Flop, that series 100% would be mentioned. I very much would say with like 90% certainty, I would forget we ever talked about Barrage. Because it's not even the most memorable series by the My Hero Academia guy that we covered on this show.
You know what? I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah, it's literally a middle child.
The amount of times that I've thought about Barrage since we recorded that episode is 0.
Exactly. All right. And it's literally the forgotten middle child by the author.
Even the name is forgettable. Is it Barrage or is it Bulge? It should be Bulge of the Warring Planets.
If we kept it Bulge, we probably would remember the series.
How do I forget this series so much when it's called Bulge? That's crazy. You gotta really be forgettable for that. I forgot how forgettable Barrage was.
Yeah.
This is Barrage's first floppy.
Next, we're getting a little bit creative as we get into the best 6-word summary. And the way that this worked is I nominated my 3 favorite, Jordan nominated his 3 favorite. And actually, we'll just have 2 awards where I will pick which of Jordan's 3 nominees I think was best, and Jordan will pick which of my 3 he thought was best.
Okay, I like that. Yeah.
Best 6-word summary.
This was pretty hard. Mine was Zip Man. Lot of zip, lot of zap, no zop. Build King, pedophile, this is having a bad foundation.
Oh, that's, it's easier to get when you see it on the page.
And Godspeed for It's a Piece of Holy Crap.
Yeah.
How about yours, Jordan?
For Candy Flurry. How is Voltron not a Snickers? My red sprite one?
Yeah, I know where that's from.
What if Luffy was a Zionist? And Double Taisei, both your shogi, angle, and devil.
I think I need to give it you for your red sprite. What if Luffy was a Zionist? That was pretty great.
I know. Oh god, it's like, yeah.
How about yours?
Oh man, I gotta give it to the Zip Man one. Lot of zip, lot of zap, no zop.
I was really proud of that one. I do also want to give a special shout out to 2 of my 6-word summaries I really liked, but they were not 6 words, so I disqualified them. We played by the rules. My first one is, for red sprite as well, Thunderbolts and Lightning, very, very frightening bourgeoisie.
I remember that one. It was good. So I have to give a shout out to actually Andrew Sherman from our Neolation episode, whose 6-word summary was 4 words. Cracker voice, I'm in.
That's pretty good. And then speaking of ones that are less than 6 words, my all-time favorite, and the only 6-word summary I would say I can actively recall, is, of course, from Ozu, My Hero Zootopia, where it was just, if I tried to make it 6 words, it would have been so much worse.
David's really proud of that one. It's a good one.
Yeah, I tell Rachel about that one a lot.
The winners of this are Jordan and David. This is their first win of the night. They are now fighting over the floppy in the parking lot.
Jordan's just gonna add a bunch of weird narration shit. Allie's editing it, and I'm gonna be like doing my pass. Be like, what the fuck?
I don't gotta add anything.
Yeah. Okay. Now then, though, let's turn it to the community where this is actually a recent trend. So next year we'll probably have a much more fruitful category where we are giving the best community 6-word summaries. But before we do that, we want to give an extra special shout out to member of the show, Tucker.
Oh, yes.
Where Jordan and I have both wanted to name what our personal favorite 6-word summary Tucker has written this year.
So, listener, right now what I would like you to do is imagine that we're all looking at like this big screen and just you see a montage of clips of Tucker, who, imagine in your head your own vision of what Tucker looks like. And it's just Tucker laughing, Tucker having fun, Tucker looking at the camera stoic. And then there's like cursive writing as it says,
Tucker's best 6-word summaries.
Thank you, Jordan. And mine is from, of course, Cop and Dolphin, where Tucker said, "What if God was one porpoise?"
That was a really good one. Yeah.
How about you, Jordan?
Monsters stole these girls' distinguishing features.
That's pretty good. Tucker has actually provided us a acceptance speech for his award for Best Tucker 6-word summary, which we will play now.
Wow, this statue really is heavy. Thanks to everyone believing in me. Thanks to David, Jordan, my cat. Writing summaries is tough, but rewarding. 6 words short, but words powerful. Look forward to writing more summaries. And once again, fuck Build King.
And now to actually turn it to the community.
Best community 6-word summary.
This is for you! This is for you, listener! This is all you out there! DJ Khaled's getting up.
Oh my god. No, he's just taking a piss.
We the best!
Shall I read off my nominations, Jordan?
Yes.
So my first one is for Red Hood from Agpa, aka Adam, who said, "Huffed, puffed, and blew the pacing." For Candy Flory, T. Wolfwood said, "Lollipops are robotic mechs." Wait, what? And finally, also from Red Hood, Hassan, who said, "I'm stuck, big bad wolf Oni-chan."
Oh boy.
I think we know which one won.
I think we know which one won. My nominees are by T. Wolfwood for Double Taisei. So he ends up in jail.
So T. Wolfwood getting a nominee no matter what. I love it.
And then here's one from Adam for Monster Tamer Girls. How to train your nuclear metaphor. Like that. And then, yeah, Hassan from Red Hood for I'm stuck, big bad wolf on each.
I will also point out we nominated the same people.
We did!
All right, so I think because I was saying, Hassan wins the Shonen Flop Award for Best Community Submitted 6-word Summary.
Hassan wins.
We'll have to see if we can track him down and see if he can give a little award speech.
My friends, I'm sorry to say that our friend Hassan could not be here to accept his floppy in person, so instead he has sent me a message to give to all of us. And he asked me to do it in a British accent, thank you all, and I can only apologize. And to that I say, you're welcome, Hassan, and thank you for apologizing. It was necessary.
This is Hassan's first floppy.
Might not be his only nomination for the night, we'll see.
Ooh.
Man, Hassan's really great.
Hassan's good.
Actually, as the thing I hinted to, where we go into Best Episode.
Best episode.
This is the big one, folks. This is what it's all about.
And my nominees were Double Art. There you go, Hassan nominated again. Bill King with Great Big Sword. And Double Taisei with Tim Bat.
That was almost on my list. My 3 nominees were Build King, Tokyo Shinobi Squad with Alex Patak, and Look Back with Jeff Thu from Mother's Basement.
Oh, those were all really solid.
Listener, you should all listen to them right now after you finish this episode.
Yeah. I gotta give it to Bill King. When people ask to listen to an example of the show, I send them the Bill King episode.
The Bill King episode was just so much fun. It was such a blast to do. I think we all did a really good job on that episode. I've listened to the Bill King episode, on my own. So, yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah. You listen to our own podcast? What a fucking loser.
I know, right? Like I'm proud of my products or something.
Yeah.
Try to have some pride in myself, David. God.
very well earned by Great Big Sword. He would like to also give a speech.
I am so thankful that all of y'all hated Bill King just as much as me. And it's perfect timing because I got the rest of the Kicking Stones gang on a call right now.
Woo!
Love it. Yeah, thanks again for this prestigious award. Back to y'all.
The winner is Build King and Great Big Sword. This is Build King's... This is Build King's second floppy.
And it might not be its last, David. I see big things in Build King's future tonight.
Yes, I also want to say, by the way, that Great Big Sword's real name is Derek, so also just want to give him full credit with his actual name as well.
Correction, Great Big Sword. Oh, yeah.
You don't have to correct that, it's fine. Okay, so the next award is another Shonen Flop Meta Award where we are nominating our favorite cover art of the year.
Best cover art.
I actually thought we had 3 artists this year, and I wanted to nominate my favorite piece from all 3 of them. And of course, Jordan, there was an expectation. You did that,
okay,
but I thought that was like a good way to approach it. So I, for Shannon, nominated Candy Flurry, for Jennifer, Double Arts, and for Merlai, Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin.
These are all strong contenders. For mine, I didn't know that David was going to do this, so now I feel like an asshole for not doing that. But anyway, I think all 3 of mine are from Shannon. So the first one is the Zip Man relook. I really like what she did there.
Oh, yeah.
That was just like a really well-designed, professional-looking piece of art.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
Number 2 is Look Back. It's just gorgeous. It just looks like a really nice manga panel. Mm-hmm. And then number 3 was I Tell C, because Aioli looked like Dexter. That was good. Aioli. Aioi.
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 Those are some really good ones, so...
I think this is the first one where there isn't any overlap.
Yeah, I really want to say, though, the Candy Flurry Shannon put so much effort into that art.
We can give it to the Candy Flurry one, and it looks great.
So, congrats to Shannon for winning for Best Shonen Flop Cover Art.
This is Shannon's first floppy.
Her only one of the night, actually.
And ever, probably, because she's not being an artist anymore.
Yeah, that's probably actually her only floppy, but, most people don't even get one, David.
That's true. So, next up, we have the big 3, as they call them, starting with Worst Series. And so this means this is the series that, from a critical standpoint, was the worst thing. The fact that if it was fun to read doesn't matter, or if it was a good episode. This is the series that was the biggest pile of dog shit we read this year.
Worst series.
Okay.
And the nominees are, no surprises here, I had Build King, Bokusan, and Tokyo Shinobi Squad.
Oh boy, what did I have? Oh man, I came very close to that. I had Build King, Bokusan, and Biichi.
So you remember Biichi wasn't good, but you forgot that its art also was kind of shit.
I knew its art sucked. I just mean that the art got a little bit better halfway through.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I assume we're going to turn this into Build King versus Bokusan.
Yeah, and I gotta give it to Build King.
Yeah. Also, the artist was a pedophile, so he can go fuck himself.
There's really nothing good at all you can really say about Build King.
Yeah, you got a pedophile,
It's a series that's also just really fun to shit on.
Mm-hmm. So the winner is Build King.
Build King. This is Build King's...
The third win of the night.
This is Build King's third floppy.
Build King sweeping the floppies!
So, next up, we have the award that I think most people like the idea of us having this award, where we are doing Best Worst Series. So this is the series that was not good, but oh my god, was it a fucking time reading it.
Best Worst Series.
My nominations are To Piss Jordan Off, I Tell C,
Oh, fuck you.
Ozu, and Teenage Renaissance David.
Oh, fuck off. Yeah. My nominees were Tokyo Shinobi Squad, Build King, and Neru Way of the Martial Artist.
So, let me vouch for mine is I think Teenage Renaissance David, that was actually a late change based on someone's awards community suggestion, because it is not a good series, but it is a very fun series to have experienced reading.
So here's the thing. First of all, I'm looking at my list, and I don't know why I put Build King when Way the Sand Martial Artist on there. I feel kind of dumb about that, but
yeah, it's okay.
This is where Tokyo Shinobi Squad lives. I always tell people, Tokyo Shinobi Squad, that's the series where they go to a terrorist town where everyone in town is a fucking terrorist.
Counterpoint, Teenage Renaissance David has David ride a mannequin piss like a surfboard and accelerate so fast from his piss stream they get lost in the woods and have to hike back to Tokyo.
Okay, double counterpoint. The things that are good about Teenage Renaissance David are things that are supposed to be good. That is the author succeeding in being funny in those moments. The things that are enjoyable about Tokyo Shinobi Squad are when the author just completely fucks up and does a really stupid, insane thing.
You know what, Jordan? I'm gonna give it to you.
Yeah. I'm all about best of the worst, okay? I know this shit, you know?
This is Tokyo Shinobi Squad's only floppy. Fuck Tokyo Shinobi Squad.
Oh, man. And now, can I get a drum roll, please? Because we are talking about best series.
Best series.
This is tough. This is a hard year. We have Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin, Double Taisei, and Moriking.
Really? I had Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin, Double Taisei, and Moriking.
What did we say wasn't a flop this year? Red Hood?
Those on the borderline. I said Candy Flurry wasn't a flop. I think you said that was the case. I obviously said ITLC wasn't either.
Let me look at the candidates. So let's see. Candy Flurry, maybe. Let's see. Hard-boiled Cop, obviously. Moriking, yeah. Wow, we read a lot of dog shit.
We read a lot of dog shit this year, didn't we, folks?
So, Jordan, though, I don't think there's much debate, because I think we know what we're going to agree on is the best series we've read this year.
Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin?
Yeah, Shonen Flop 2021 Series of the Year goes to Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin.
Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin, the best series of Shonen Flops, the best series that the Shonen Flop boys read in 2021.
This is I don't know, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is their 4th win.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah! Oh man, come up to the podium, Wow, look at this. Oh my god, you really are a massive dolphin, aren't you? Wow.
He's just surfing up.
Whoa, look at that. And Nanase's shirt's already coming loose, you know how it is in Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin land.
Mm-hmm. All right. So Jordan, though, is there anything else, or should we wrap up this wonderful night of winners by just recapping all of the recapping all of the awards and winners?
I'd like to thank you guys, you listeners, you know?
Yeah.
The fact that we can even get to this point is fucking insane.
We really couldn't do this show without you. So I want to give a really big thanks to T-Root, though, for explicitly saying, hey, will you guys do an end of the year award?
Good ass idea.
It was a great idea, and I'm so glad that we got it, because doing this was a ton of fun, and it was a really great way to break it up. And though we also will say that we are off next week if you are listening to this in real time. If not, you can just pretend we didn't say anything. So you guys should all check out, though, either our best episode, our Build King episode, or check out our episode on the winner of Best Series, Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin. Both great episodes with some great guests.
You can also check out all of our episodes, except for our first few, because those ones suck.
Oh, and also a big thank you to Joey for introducing us to Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin as well.
Yes, thank you so much, Joey. That series rules.
And with that, Jordan, do you just want to recap the awards and winners, and then we'll call it a night?
So, for Best Dad, that went to Orpheus from Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin. Worst Female Depiction went to Neru, Way of the Martial Artist. Best Art goes to Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin. Worst Art goes to Build King, of course. Mangaka with the most potential for a hit in their next series, Double Taisei. Most improved went to Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin. Most wasted potential went to Teenage Renaissance David. The craziest ending went to the Hunters Guild Red Hood. Sora of the Year went to the Old Man chapter in Monster Tamer Girls. The most forgettable series is, of course, Barrage. The best 6-word summary went to both Jordan and David, because we rule, and it's our award, and shut up. The best community 6-word summary went to Hassan. I'm stuck, big bad wolf, Oni-chan. The best episode went to Build King, again. Best episode cover art went to Candy Flurry. The worst series went to Build King. The best worst series went to Tokyo Shinobi Squad, and the best series of 2021 went to Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin. Wow, David, what an award show! Did you see any of that coming? Because I didn't.
I 100% knew that Hard-boiled Cop and Dolphin was going to clean this award.
Damn, I guess you're right.
All right, and with that, I hope you all drive safe. Remember to tip your waiters and have a wonderful night and a great holidays if we don't see you before then.
Yeah, exactly. And hey guys, keep on flopping, floppers. Awards edition. Bye.
Bye.